Well, hello there and welcome back to my channel, or of course welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are new, then hello, lovely to meet you. My name is Alex, and if you are new here, make sure you stick around and subscribe. If you're not new and you've been here for a while, then why not make sure the notification bell is switched on just to be notified of every single time that I upload. Now for today's video, I have a super exciting one because we are going to be testing out the brand new Valentine's Day palette by Beauty Bay. They always bring one out for Valentine's Day, and I must say this is the most like grungiest, sexiest one yet, and I cannot wait to use it. So this is called the Reckless Romance palette, and this retails for £16. I definitely think they've upped their prices. I'm sure these used to be £14, but nevertheless it is still a very, very affordable eyeshadow palette, and I am never let down with Beauty Bay quality, so fingers crossed this is a good one as well. The packaging on the palette is exactly the same as the box. This is what the palette looks like. I'm such a fan of it, I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely different. For Beauty Bay, they normally do like the pretty, like cutesy Valentine's Day eyeshadow palettes, but this one, yeah, definitely has a lot of depth in it, and it just makes me so excited to try. We have a really nice mixture of mattes and shimmers in here. You get 20 eyeshadows in here and also a mirror. I just love the price point for Beauty Bay palettes. They are just so good. Firstly, we're going to do some swatches on the palette, and then we're going to jump into the tutorial. Okay, so firstly I prime my eyes. I use the Beauty Bay eye base, of course. I use the shade 2, and we're going to do this smoky, we're going to do this sexy, we're going to do this grungy. I was really inspired by the Beauty Bay like tease video, so let's get on into it. I think firstly we are going to go in with the darker shade in the palette, which is called Leather. I wouldn't say that's quite black. No, I think maybe it is black and I'm just being silly. I'm going to tap this along the very bottom of my lid. I don't want to take it up too high because I want to really smoke this out with the red shades. So I'm just going to add this to pretty much just my lid and give myself panda eye look. And just remember, with smoky eyes, they are going to look super crazy at first, but you just got to trust the process. So the first deep red I'm going to go in with is Paparazzi. This is actually quite a deep brownish red, but I feel like this will be a good transitional shade to go in with another like red shade. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to apply this just above where the black is, just to begin that transition into the other shades and make it look a little bit more seamless. Next I'm going to take Affair, which that is quite a savage name for a Valentine's Day eyeshadow. Shades are a little bit kickbacky in the pan, but honestly they're so pigmented in the eyes. And again, I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to tap Affair all round the edges. Then I'm going to take the shade Rebel just to bring a little bit more like pinky readiness to the look, just so it's not super dark. And I'm just going to buff that in again to the top edges. I don't know, was this look a bit of a cop-out look? I don't know. Perfect. And now I'm going to go back through all of the shades just to make sure it's really nicely blended. I'm just going to mix in a little bit of number 1, which is the really pale creamy shade in the palette, just to help diffuse the top edges a little bit. Okay, so these are the matte shades on the lid. I'm absolutely obsessed with this, and the blend is just honestly so good. Like, I hardly needed to do any of it, to be honest. Just a tiny bit where the shades look a little bit harsh, but I'm super happy with that. Okay, now it's time for a shimmer, and honestly, typical Alex would go for like something like VIP, where it's a super pretty gold shade, but I'm actually thinking a bit more of like a gunmetal one. And there's this shade here called Fishnets, and it actually has like coloured reflex in it, which I think would look so cool. It's got like pinky sort of reflex, I think that would go really well with the top edges of my lid. So I'm going to try it. Can we also appreciate the fact that I've got hardly any fallout on? And I think that's all of the shimmer I'm going to add. I honestly don't want the shimmer to take over this look. I want you to be able to see the gorgeous matte shades all blended together. So I'm actually going to leave that at that. Just notice the amount of shade I've got there, which is fabulous. What I'm now going to do is I think I'm going to take a grey. I'm going to take Tattoo, which is this one here. And I'm going to pop that on my lower lash line just to like make this even more grungy. This is not a typical Alex look, but I'm kind of like here for it because it's so different. Okay. Okay, and then for the inner corner and brow bone, I'm going to take Girlfriend, which is this really pale icy shimmer here, just to stick with the cool tone theme and also add a pop of bright icy shimmer, my absolute favourite. I'm going to take a little bit of Mini Dress as well on top, just because I feel like that one didn't pack a punch as much as I want to, although I think this one might be a bit dark. Yeah, okay, that's a little bit better. Okay, so these are my completed eye look. I say eye looks, eye look. This is my completed eye look with the Beauty Bay Reckless Romance palette. I'm just going to hop off camera, finish off the rest of my makeup, and then I'll be right back for my final thoughts, because I definitely have some. Okay, I'm back. So this is my completed makeup. I probably should have popped some lashes on, but if I'm being truthfully honest with you, I literally couldn't be bothered. Anywho, my lip combo, actually firstly, mascara is the Maybelline the Falsies Surreal mascara. This is actually really good. I feel like this is not really hyped about, but it's a very good mascara. Then my lips, I have a little bit of a combo going on. So firstly, I have the W7 All-Rounder lip liner in the shade Stylish. This is what it looks like. It's a beautiful brown colour. Then I've got Doll Beauty on. Could not find Freckle lipstick by Beauty Bay. It must be in a handbag somewhere because it's not in my drawer and it's not in one of my handbags. So it's got to be somewhere else because I absolutely love that lipstick. It is without a doubt the most used lipstick in my entire collection. So I whacked a Doll Beauty lipstick out. This is the Come to Mama shade. I like this because it's a pale nude, but it's not too peachy on me. And then to finish it off, I did use a Beauty Bay gloss. I recently went through my collection and forgot I even had this, so I thought I'd use it today to finish off this look, and this is in the shade Slippers. Okay, so let's sit down and discuss the Reckless Romance palette. So firstly, I must say I absolutely love the theme and the colour story because it's just something a little bit different from Beauty Bay, as opposed to doing their like soft, pretty, like pink Valentine's Day palettes that they normally do. This goes down the more like smoky, grungy, sexy sort of route, and I'm absolutely here for it. Now, saying that, is this a look that I would do on the regular basis? Absolutely not. This is far too bold for me, like out of my comfort zone sort of thing. Loads of people can rock it and I absolutely love that for them, but just for me, I don't have that confidence. But just because I wouldn't necessarily do this combination again doesn't mean I wouldn't like not use this again, if that makes sense, because this bottom half here is such a good colour story for a dark grey / black smoky eye, plus the shimmers in here are absolutely stunning. And then the two rows at the top give you that more like romantic, pinky, reddy, purpley sort of colour story. So I do love that it's laid out like that, because then I can actually see other looks that I can do with this palette, not just combining, you know, the dark greys and blacks with the sort of red shades to create this more smoky look. I can actually just do a regular smoky eye, or I can do a more like pinky, soft eyeshadow look. Do you know what I mean? It's a very versatile palette and I do love it for that reason. Now, the quality of Beauty Bay shadows do not let me down ever. Yes, they are a little bit kickbacky in the pan, but they require minimal blending, like absolute minimal blending. Even the dark shades, like I just don't know what they put in their formula, but it's absolutely magic, and I just love every single one of their palettes. There's a reason that I've kept every single one of these, including all the discontinued ones, and that is just because I love these palettes so much, and I highly recommend them for the quality and also the price. They are so affordable. I know they've slightly upped it, but £16 is still a very affordable price, especially for a £20 eyeshadow palette. Saying all of that, if you don't do smoky eyes on the regular basis, I probably wouldn't pick this up, just because, you know, the greys and the blacks, gunmetal shades do take up a lot of this palette, and I don't know if that would be worth it to you. But if you fancy like trying something new this Valentine's Day, I would highly recommend. Okay, I'm going to wrap this video up here. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please let me know by smashing the thumbs up button. Comment down below, let me know what you think of this eyeshadow palette. And of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!